Hello everyone, welcome to video. Today we're doing a book haul. I have not done a book haul in years because I just usually don't buy enough books for a book haul. But the last few weeks, I don't know, something happened with me. I was just in a kind of book shopping mood, okay? I bought a bunch of books, which is quite atypical of me, and I am usually not somebody who likes to / believes in purchasing a lot of books in a very short amount of time. I think oftentimes with me personally, I just tend to kind of abandon those books. I just don't tend to cherish them as something special as when I only buy like 1 or 2 books and then actually read them right away. I don't know. I don't want you to feel like you need to purchase 8 books in a month to feel happiness because like this did make me quite happy, but I also think that a lot of these books are gonna sit on my TBR for a minute before I'm actually gonna get to them, and so I don't think that this is anything that is necessary. This is not something that I aspire to do regularly, and I just wanted to let you all know. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Let's actually get started. I don't have an order for these. I'm just gonna grab the first one. The Mark of Athena by Riordan. This is the third in the Heroes of Olympus series by Riordan. I am currently reading the second one and I'm having a really great time. I'm filming a reading vlog for these. I'm very excited. The only thing is, this is neon orange. And like, I don't know if you can tell right here on the back, everywhere online, like on the website and everything, this kind of more looked like a salmon or corally orange pink. This is neon orange, and I think that on the cover it looks cool, but like just the spine is a little much for me, okay? But it's fine. I'm very excited for this one. This one's the chunkiest of the bunch so far, but I'm having a great time with the series. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm really going to enjoy this one, and I'm glad that I have it now, because I think right now it looks like I won't want to wait very long for to pick this one up. We have a little stack. One of these is the only one out of this haul that I've read so far. I bought A Murder is Announced, and also They Do It with Mirrors by Agatha Christie. Both of these are Miss Marple novels, and A Murder is Announced I just finished last week. I talked about it a little bit in my last vlog, and I had a good time with this one. I love Miss Marple. If you know me, you know. I've seen a lot of people say online that like this is one of the best Miss Marples, and I have to agree in the sense that this is one of the best mysteries. Like, this is truly a whodunit in the sense you can like go along with the clues. You can kind of figure out what's going on. I feel like my background is so dark, and I don't know why. It's fine. It is one of the best mysteries in the sense that if you really like pick up on all the clues, like if you can actually very well figure out this one. I think I didn't. I kind of did, but I didn't really. But I just think this one was very fun. And then I also, after finishing this one actually, I went ahead and purchased They Do It With Mirrors, which is the next one in the series. It is very short. Usually Agatha Christie books, they're all around 300 pages. This one's 218 pages. So I actually think I'm gonna read this very soon because, I mean, it is the damn season and it's a very short one. And I love Miss Marple. Okay, let's stick with the mysteries. I got 3 more. The first one I have here is All of Us Murderers by KJ Charles. This is a book about, this is, I think, a queer historical mystery novel. It follows Zeb. I think, yes, Zeb Wickham, who is invited to his wealthy relative's remote Gothic manor, and there he learns that this relative, I think, is gonna die or something, and that the only thing that, like, he invited all of those people, those men there for one of them to marry his daughter, and whoever marries his daughter is gonna inherit the whole fortune. And Zeb is like, I don't like y'all, and I'm also gay, so I'm actually gonna leave. But he can't. And then one of the people that is invited to the house is his ex-lover. And I think that sounds so fun. This bag kind of hints at this maybe having a supernatural twist, which I don't love. And I don't know if I would have bought this if I had known, but I honestly still think it's gonna be so fun. And I love this cover. I think this cover is so cool with like the yellow in the windows and then the yellow text. Someone cooked here, okay? Then these ones I bought used, and this one is actually tragic. This one came without a dust jacket. I know. This is Firekeeper's Daughter by, what's her name? Angeline Boulley. Yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. I am currently waiting on the audiobook from the library because I would like to listen to this alongside reading it. I just think it's gonna enhance the experience, and especially with like longer books, I think this is over 500 pages. It is almost 500 pages. I find it helps. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a summary anywhere because that's what you would usually print on the dust jacket. So I'm not 100% sure what happens. I think she meets a guy and she falls in love with him, but then the FBI kind of contacts her about spying on him. Hey guys, editing me here. Okay, so I looked at the summary again, and it's kind of like what I say, but it's also not. So apparently the protagonist she's been living away from her family, but then a tragedy strikes and she comes home to take care of her mom. And she does fall in love with a guy from the hockey team that her brother is in. And then there is a murder, supposedly unrelated to the guy she's dating, and she goes undercover with the FBI or something like that. So yeah, apparently a lot of murders take place in this book, and I don't think the guy she's in love with has anything to do with them. I could have completely just made that up. I'm gonna double check that. But yeah, I've heard incredible things about this. This has like a ridiculously high star rating on Goodreads, and I've done a little bit of research into YA and new adult mystery in the last few weeks, and this is just one that kept coming up over and over. People constantly talk about it as one of their favorites, so I just wanted to get it. And then by the queen of YA mystery herself, I have The Reappearance of Rachel Price. Again, I bought this one used, so you can kind of see the spine is cracked, which I don't get why the spine is so cracked, because like this is a very floppy book, but it's fine. In this one we follow Katie, I think. No, Belle. Sorry. I don't know why I thought Katie. We follow Belle, whose mother, the titular Rachel Price, went missing, I think 16 years ago, and Belle was the only quote-unquote witness to that disappearance, but obviously she was a toddler. And 16 years later, I think Belle is now 18, they are making a true crime documentary about what happened to Rachel Price. And then while they're filming this documentary, Rachel reappears. Sounds very fun. I've heard such good things about this one. I think this is one I'm gonna like, when I have a free weekend, I'm just gonna sit and binge this one an entire weekend, and I'm gonna have a great, fantastic time, and I'm so excited for it. We have the last two books. The first one, yeah, let me start with this one. Okay, with this one, we actually have a little bit of a story, okay? That is Solitaire by Alice Oseman. And this one, I actually used to own. This is my copy. I bought this one like 3 or 4 years ago. And Alice Oseman was one of my favorite writers in high school. I have read everything by her except this one. And when I was in high school, I read all of her novels aside from this one. And so I really liked her books. And then when I got to university and I kind of became somewhat of a young adult, or like a new adult, I guess, I just kind of stopped being interested in her books. Like YA contemporary was just not a genre I wanted to read for a while there. And so I decided to unhaul all of them. I gave all of them to my sister, who also loves Alice Oseman. It's fine. And then earlier this year, I kind of really got into Heartstopper. I read the entire comic. I'm up to date on the comic. I read Nick and Charlie in this winter, and I just had a grand old time, and I'm like, maybe I'm back on my Alice Oseman bullshit. And my sister, as I said, I gave these to my sister, but my sister's also between moves right now, so the books are somewhere in her moving boxes. But this one she was able to find, and so since this one's the only one I haven't actually read yet, once I finish this, I have read this author's entire body of work. That's kind of crazy. So this one, I'm very glad that this is the one she was able to find, because as I said, I haven't read this one yet. And I'm very excited. This is actually about Tori, who also is featured in Heartstopper. But this is her debut novel. Like when Alice Oseman wrote this one, I think she didn't even have the idea for Heartstopper yet. So I'm very excited. This one's apparently this one's a lot darker and a lot heavier than Heartstopper. So I definitely think I'm gonna need to be in the mood for that. But I am very excited for it nonetheless. Alice Oseman is just a fantastic author. If you have never read anything by her, I highly recommend. All of her work is good. I personally, if you want to read one of her novels, I would recommend Radio Silence, but all of them are fantastic. I actually don't know what this is about plot-wise. It's just about Tori. She's kind of depressed. And then she meets a boy named Michael, but this is not a love story. And there's also Solitaire, but I don't actually know what Solitaire is. So yeah, very, very excited about this one. And this feels like coming back to myself, being back on my Alice Oseman bullshit. I love her so much. And then we're on to the final book of the video. That was actually so quick. I'm so happy. And this last one is a sci-fi novel, I believe. Fun fact about me, I always say I just never read sci-fi. I don't care for sci-fi. Every single sci-fi book I've ever read, favorite book of all time. Dune, favorite book of all time. I mean, Station 11 is probably more dystopian than it is sci-fi, but I feel like those two go very much like hand in hand. And also, what's it called? Oh, there's another one in that same universe. I even own that one. I don't even own Station 11. What's it called? Has like the blue and green. I can't think of it. I'll put it up here. That one's definitely a sci-fi. 4.5 stars. The Luna Chronicles. I'm still filming the reading vlog for that. You know what? Basically, my favorite YA series. Every sci-fi I've ever read, 4.5+ stars. Okay, so I'm like, maybe I actually do like sci-fi. Maybe this is something we should explore. So I decided to get An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green in one of these ugly ass tall paperbacks. What are you doing? What is this? Okay, sorry. Yeah, this follows a young woman in her 20s, April May. I think May is such a pretty name. And one night she just walks around and out in the city, she is having a grand old time. And then all of a sudden, giant robots just spawn, I think, all over the planet. April basically just takes a picture, takes a video of it. She's kind of one of the first ones to document them. She posts it on the internet and she goes viral. Like overnight, everyone on planet Earth knows about April May. And it's about the internet. It's about what the hell these statues are doing there. This sounds very, very fun. Obviously, Hank Green is kind of solidified as one of the, he's a pop culture guy, he's an internet guy. I think he knows what he's talking about. And also Ariel from the Books Unbound podcast, she constantly talks about this book. She constantly recommends this book. I'm currently like re-listening to an old episode, or like to the older episodes, and I'm currently somewhere where she just reread this book. It's a grand old time, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this one. And that brings us to the end of the haul. Let me know if you have enjoyed this video down below. Please tell me what was the last book that you have bought, and also if you have read any of these, and if you did, which ones were your favorite. Are you gonna purchase any of these? Are you interested in any of them? Do you think I need to prioritize one of them? Let me know all of that down below, please, and thank you. And with that, I'm gonna let you go. Like, subscribe, do all the funny YouTube things. See you all in the next one. Bye!